So I just want to do a quick breakdown on one of the drills that Craig Stam posted, which I think is great. So let me just go ahead and get started with it. Is first of all, this drill here, if you start to notice, is he starts to get into that back hip there. So this is great because he's starting to posture up there, and we're starting to get into that back hip, into that, so to get some of that back leg drive. So as he starts to go forward, now he's getting into that front hip. So you see that weight transfer that he's doing there? That's getting that stretch reflex in his body ready, and it's getting primed for throwing. Meanwhile, he's still maintaining his posture. I mean, he's straight up, and then he's going to go ahead and explode out of it. So that's his stretch reflex there. And then now he's going to go ahead and just, boom, let it come through. And he's pivoting right on that front hip. I mean, look at this. Look at his front sight here. That's all front hip action. I mean, that's a great recognition there for front side action there. And he's just letting it go. Another thing I want you to notice is his follow through. I mean, his follow through took him all the way to quadruped. So this is getting it back hip to the front hip, stretch reflex. Now here we go, and he's going to go ahead and follow through with it. Now this is exactly how you would perform this drill properly. I mean, I don't think you get any better than this. Is here, posture up, back hip, center of gravity over front hip, stretch reflex, let it go. Now at the bottom here, this added discussion with this fella. I think his name was, called himself a development doctor. Always be a little worried about people that call themselves doctor that haven't really done any doctorate level education. But that's a little bit besides the point. Let's kind of break down where we're at with this drill down here. Now, if we look at the difference here, is, are we on the back side? Not much. Another thing is posture-wise at this point, this is still a rounded posture. I mean, she hasn't really got her pelvis in a position to get over that backside. So that's one thing about this drill, is that if your posture is gone, you're not going to get much out of your body because you're just out of position. Your muscles cannot function properly if your posture is not where it should be. Secondly, as she starts to go and transition into that front hip, she never really gets there. So she's still on, center of gravity for her is still on that back hip. She's never really transferred into that front side. And as you can see, her arms are already starting to come forward. Another thing is you're noticing that huge tilt that she's getting going back. So if you look at Craig here in the same position, he's still, I mean, ready to fire from a real good postural position. As she continues to go through this, is you'll realize that she just falls straight back into it. I mean, this is zero front side, bell just flailing there, and kind of just not even getting any front action in this area here. Another thing that Craig actually pointed out to me, because I sent him this video, is that these are weighted balls. So I mean, this whole weighted ball thing is this is just an injury waiting to happen. You're doing a drill that's, I mean, I don't know if it's not taught right, or she just doesn't have the flexibility, she doesn't have the muscle coordination, you know, she doesn't have the movement patterns built in her brain yet. I don't know, because I haven't really evaluated this young lady. But at the end of the day, this is an injury at the bottom part waiting to happen. Because where you're teaching her here is just a faulty movement pattern. Is you're teaching never get into that front hip and then just go ahead and bail out of it and get no action out of it. So at this point, this is all arm. So from here, this is all arm. This is her shoulder, this is her labrum, this is her ulnar collateral ligament. This is all arm throwing that ball. So I mean, at a certain point, we do the math and we go, how much action is she getting from that front hip or any at all from the ground? And she's throwing a weighted ball, which I think it might be like a 20-some ounce ball. I just urge parents to kind of be careful and kind of vet your pros. I mean, Craig here does a real good job of demonstrating this drill. I hope this video is helpful, but at the same time, I feel like, I mean, there's got to be something done about this. It's because there's just way too many injuries I'm seeing in the clinic at this point, and I think I'm going to step up and create something here that's going to be different, that kind of turns this turns this kind of action, and it develops a player into this up here. It could be done. It's trainable. That's the great thing about life, is that anything is trainable. We just need the right trainer, the right instructor. Thank you for watching.